What if it stops spinning? Let's start with the revolution around the sun. If the Earth's rotation suddenly stopped, humans will face inevitable extinction. It is the speed of the Earth's rotation. Let him orbit the sun, able to resist the attractive forces of the sun, so as not to be drawn towards the sun. This phenomenon, like a circus biker driving on a vertical wall, speed keeps him from falling. If the motorcycle handbrake, he will fall directly to the ground. Likewise, if the Earth stopped rotating, he will be quickly pulled towards the sun by the attractive force of the sun. Eventually, the Earth will fall into the hot surface of the sun, turned into steam in an instant, break down into atoms. But how exactly does this happen? For humans, the most painless scenario would be the Earth stop orbiting instantaneously. However, the speed at which the Earth revolves around the sun, about 385,000 kilometers per hour. The distance traveled in orbit per day is approximately 2.60 million kilometers. If the Earth stopped moving in 1 second, the entire planet will withstand more than 3,000 times impact of gravitational acceleration. Everything will be destroyed in an instant, turned to dust. At the same time, humans will spend every hour 385,000 kilometers ahead. That's 10.7 kilometers per second. In this speed, it has far exceeded becoming the first cosmic velocity required for an Earth satellite, 7.9 kilometers per second. In this case, humans will not return to Earth. It becomes a sea of space floating around the sun. And the Earth itself cannot withstand such forces. Under such a huge impact, he will fall apart. Core exposure. Fiery lava gushed out straight into space. It's going to be a terrifying sight to stand on. But no one saw it by then. However, this is already the friendliest ending for humanity. What's worse is that the Earth is gradually slowing down until it stops rotating. In this case, the Earth will follow a ballistic curve. The sun goes down. It's similar to what happens when a spacecraft is launched into the atmosphere. As the Earth approaches the sun, surface temperatures will continue to rise. At first, the heat was unbearable, and then it gets really hot. They don't survive at all. When the Earth is about 70 million kilometers from the sun, the surface temperature will exceed 100 degrees. It's Celsius. Only the beginning. Maybe someone will choose take refuge in an underground bunker equipped with refrigeration equipment, barely surviving. However, as the temperature rises to 1,000 degrees Celsius, anyway, all life will be destroyed. Go one step further. The Earth will be millions of kilometers closer to the sun, torn by attractive force, fall apart, falling into a sea of hot plasma. The sun will become a giant crematorium, usher in the final end of the Earth. If the Earth stopped rotating, it would still be so terrifying. What if the rotation of the Earth stops? If the process is quick enough, the consequences will be similar to the former. Although the Earth will not become dust, but he will also be torn into countless pieces. The rotation speed of the Earth's equator, about 1,670 kilometers per hour. If you suddenly stop, humans will withstand 47 times the acceleration of attractive forces. Closer to the center of the Earth or the poles, the smaller the acceleration, the Earth itself may not completely collapse, but there will be massive earthquakes all over the world. For the Earth, this suspension is like suffering from a huge impact of imagination. Due to the speed at the equator being less than 0.46 kilometers per second, humans don't fly into space. It is thrown to the west in the direction of the Earth's rotation. Under such a violent impact, no building can afford it. Not even the human body can survive. The closest humans to the North and South Poles, such as Antarctic and Arctic scientists, might barely survive. And even if they manage to escape the initial shock, it is also difficult to escape the ensuing disasters. Not just earthquakes. There will be a huge tsunami like never before in the world. 1.40 billion square kilometers of ocean on Earth will be all in an instant. Thousands of meters high waves sweep across the world. Even close to two-level humans, they're hardly immune. At the same time, aircraft in flight will be destroyed instantaneously. When the Earth stops, a plane flying from east to west would fly 47 times faster. Acceleration of gravity. Rush forward. Rapid disintegration. Aircraft flying in the opposite direction will also be violently dragged westward. Broken bones, without exception. The only situation that might allow humans to survive, slowing down the Earth's rotation. When you slow down to a certain point, friction will hold the human body to the ground. Rather than being thrown, some buildings may survive at this time. And the tsunami won't turn into a global disaster. Even so, when the dust settles, those who are shaken by the Earth, survivors thrown off the ground, we will still face a future The ordeal of a spinning planet. Actually, the Earth stopped rotating is just a hypothesis. But the rotation gradually slows down. It's a real phenomenon. As time goes by, the Earth's rotation speed is decreasing. The days are getting longer and longer. If this trend continues, a day on Earth lasts for a year. Until the rotation stops completely, then the Earth will be like the Moon. Like the Earth, so as not to always face the other side of the Sun, forever in darkness. Why does the Earth's rotation gradually slow down? And this is tied to tidal forces. The tidal force is the phenomenon produced by the interaction of attractive forces such as tidal phenomena caused by the attractive force of the Moon. The part of the Earth's surface close to the Moon is further affected. Strong attraction. This attractive force leads to deformation of the spherical surface, and the changes are particularly pronounced on the water surface. This is because of the connections between water molecules. It's not as tight as a solid. When the Moon faces different parts of the Earth, when pulling, the water on the Earth is on the side near the Moon, and on the far side away from the Moon will form bumps. Although, on a global scale, these attractive forces seem insignificant. But their impact cannot be ignored. On the edge of the Sea of Okhotsk in Russia, there is a long and deep bay. It's called Punchina Bay. The tides here can reach a height of 9 meters, and when the Moon and the Sun were still aligned, the tidal height can even increase to 12.9 meters. This is the so-called spring tide. If you build one here, a power plant that generates electricity from tidal energy, its power generation capacity can reach 120 watts. In comparison, hydro in the United States, the total installed capacity is about 80 watts, less than 1/3. This tide power plant capable of generating 1,054 terawatts of electricity annually. And all this comes from only one region of the Earth, the attractive force of the tides. Where did it end up? And the answer is friction. The waves on Earth go up and down, keep lapping the shore. This movement, a rotating sphere rubs against the wall on its axis, eventually cause the rotation to slow down. Again, the rotation of the Earth is also gradually due to the attractive forces of the tides. In addition, the attractive force of the Sun also causes tidal phenomena. Although the Sun's attractive force on the Earth is 400 times that of the Moon. However, due to the distance between the Sun, small attractive force difference between ocean surface and seafloor, so the tidal force is weak, but still exists. Every 100 years, Earth's rotation will slow down by 1.5 to 2 milliseconds. Calculate at this speed. About 200 million years, the day on Earth will be extended to 25 hours, and in 5 billion to 6 billion years, the Earth's rotation speed will follow him. The Sun's orbital speed is synchronized. Explain that one side of the Earth will always face the Sun, and the other side is always running towards the Sun. Such a change will have a profound impact on the Earth. The global heat balance will be completely disrupted. Strong winds will blow from the blazing day. Cold night. Due to the long-term lack of sunlight, plants will find it difficult to survive. Vast numbers of plant species will go extinct. Only in the extreme, moss that survives in less light and temperature. Only a few species, like ringworm and mold, can barely survive. Agricultural crops such as wheat will be wiped out. Global food shortages. The region will become a major issue facing humanity. However, this was only the beginning of the disaster. As Earth's autobiography comes to a halt, the centrifugal force generated by autobiography will disappear. At present, due to the action of centrifugal force, the diameter of the Earth near the equator, about 43 kilometers more than the two stages. If the Earth stopped rotating, the bulge of the equator will gradually disappear. The ocean flows towards the poles. Then the Earth will form a huge and two polar deep-sea regions, in between 30 degrees north and south latitude, near the equator. It reveals plains and mountains. Violent changes in the Earth's crust and oceans will bring countless tsunamis, floods and large-scale disasters, causing huge human casualties. However, this is still not the most serious consequence. The magnetic field of the Earth is mainly determined by the fluids in the Earth's core. If the Earth's rotation slows down significantly, the movement of liquid iron will be greatly weakened. This weakens the Earth's magnetic field. The magnetic field is protected from the solar wind and the universe, an important barrier to radiation. Once the magnetic field weakens, the Earth will be exposed to intense solar radiation. Inside is a flood. To avoid lethal radiation, and even in caves, only a few areas can provide suitable temperature and pressure conditions for survival. Most humans will be concentrated in the region where the Earth meets day and night, that is, the eternal dawn or dusk zone. Currently, not sure Is it possible to survive in such an environment? However, in the constellation Centaurus, 39.5 light-years from the Sun, there is a star named 12017. Scientists have issued. There are 7 planets. 3 of them are located in the habitable zone. These planets are about the size of the Earth. The surface temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. It's minus 22 degrees centigrade and minus 54 degrees centigrade. These planets are so close to their stars. Has been locked in by the attractive forces of the star. One side is always facing the star. The other side always faces away. Maybe in the next few hundred years, humans have been able to develop sufficiently advanced technologies, travel to these planets to explore the possibility of life. But for now, we don't have to worry. Such a disaster befalls us. But here's the thing. Before the Earth was synchronized with the Sun may have expanded into a red giant earlier and devour the Earth.